what's up, everyone? This is Ren with Dance with My Demons podcast. Are you looking to start a podcast? Then let Buzzsprout be the way. Today is a great day to start your own podcast. Whether you're looking for a new marketing channel, have a message you want to share with the world, or just think it would be fun to have your own talk show. Podcasting is an easy, inexpensive, and fun way to expand your reach online. Buzzsprout is hands down the easiest and best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. Your show could be online and listed on all the major podcast platforms like Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, and many more, just within minutes of finishing your recording. Podcasting isn't hard when you have the right partners, and the team at Buzzsprout is passionate about helping you succeed. Join over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout to get their message out to the world. With Buzzsprout, you can create something great together. Follow the link in the show notes, which lets Buzzsprout know we sent you. Buzzsprout will send you a $20 Amazon gift card if you sign up for a paid plan, and it's sent after a second paid invoice. And it helps support our show as well. Buzzsprout, the best way to create a great and professional podcast. Later.
Hey, what's up? I'm Ren, the host of Dance with My Demons podcast. Are you looking to start a podcast? Then let Anchor be the way. With Anchor's creation tools, you can record and edit right from your smartphone and personal computer. Anchor offers 100% free hosting and distribution, so you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. Anchor allows you to make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Who doesn't want to make money, right? Anchor has everything you need to make a successful podcast all in one place. Anchor, the easiest way to make a podcast ever. Just download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And don't forget to check out my podcast at anchor.fm/dancingwithmydemons69 and on Spotify, Dancing with My Demons. See you all soon. Later. Bye.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Ren with Dance with My Demons podcast. Just for the record, let me just start off by saying this isn't a kickoff to season 2 or anything. That is still in the works, but probably still just a little ways down the road. I'm just going to call this just what it is. It's basically just a bonus episode, I guess just an add-on in addition to the first season, whatever you want to call it. I've entitled it Whispers in the Wind. One day you're here, next day you're gone. This episode to me is something a little bit more personal. I wanted to just talk about a lot of what I've been reflecting on lately. It has been a few weeks, I would say, since my last episode, but like I said, this isn't really a continuation to the first season or anything. This is just more a reflection of a lot of what I've been thinking about. Most recently, I guess, been a lot of changes. Definitely most recently, my dad, he's 80, he's about to be 81 years old, was recently admitted into the hospital. He's going through some health issues, and I think it definitely started a real deep introspective reflection on life and everything. I think as a kid, when you think about life, especially as a young kid, everything just seems so slow, and like time just seems like it's going to go on forever. But as you get older, time seems to go much, much faster, and the time frame from when you were a kid to when you're an adult, in my case, I'm 51 years old, so let's just call it half of my lifespan. God only knows how long life will take me, but I'm just going to use the half the lifespan being at 51.
time seems so different. And the reason why I say that is because how you view your parents and your loved ones, time seems a lot less. Like you don't really know how much time you really have left or how many moments you have left to share with your loved ones, especially your parents. In my case, my parents are, both 80. And like I said, my dad's about to be 81. And he's gone through quite a bit of health issues over the years. And recently I went to go see him in the hospital, and I sat alongside him, and we just talked. We talked about a little bit about everything in life. And but then as we were talking, he kind of, I don't know, gave me that kind of look and speech as only my dad can, kind of reflecting on life. And I think in his own dad words, or like I like to call him Pop, in his own words, I think in a lot of ways he was preparing me for changes, preparing me to let go and understand that I have to be able to be okay with letting go. It's something I know I've consciously fought internally for so long. It's something you can't control. It's something you wish you could control, but you can't. And I know I've internally just been dealing with this struggle of the inevitable, of letting go of people in your life that are so close and you love so much, but you know that, time isn't, on your side anymore about how long you'll have with them. And by no way, means, shape, or form am I saying like my parents are gonna go tomorrow or anything like that. But in reality, I think what he was trying to tell me is you really just don't know anymore. And you have to cherish the moments you have with them. Appreciate all the little details, all the little conversations, all the little moments you have with them. I think in a lot of ways you have to kind of come to terms with things that maybe, you hadn't worked out in your life, or maybe things you don't have closure with, or just things in lives that you may have had conflict with and you haven't really come to terms with, or actually haven't really made maybe peace with. I think it's just hearing him talk and listening to him tell me, the words that he was telling me. I think it's just a lot of reflecting, and I think the need to make peace with conflict or just things in general in life. It just kind of so happened that coincidentally when, he was brought into the hospital, it was also, we're going through a personal change in our world, and we have a new president-elect, and that's a change. For me personally, I'm also going through a personal change where I'm moving. I'm going through it basically as a life change, and internally struggling and trying to figure out where my pieces of the puzzle fit into this new life that I'm working on and creating. And just different aspects of my life, things with my kids, and with COVID being what it is, and still dealing with the struggles of how we function in our lives, and the distance that we have amongst ourselves and our loved ones, and still trying to maintain relationships with our loved ones through this difficult time. been a real struggle lately. And, being somebody who's bipolar and deals with depression and these issues, it's definitely been a struggle for sure. It's something that, I probably struggle with more lately than any other time as I go through all these changes. And I also see other people in my life, loved ones, who are going through their own personal struggles. My fiance dealing with her own personal struggles. I think she's also struggling with the changes of our lives and the process that we're going through. And I think also dealing with personal issues in her lives with her career, or the path that she's on with her career and her life. I know she's dealing with a lot of issues there. Seeing other loved ones around me dealing with their issues, I know there's a lot of personal loved ones that are around me that are dealing with their own personal issues as well. And it's tough when you see your loved ones struggle, and you see them struggling for their loved ones, and you want nothing more than to just take that struggle away or take that pain away from them and make things better. But in a lot of ways you're just defenseless, and I think they feel defenseless too, and they're probably dealing with a lot of different feelings, anger, sadness, frustration, helplessness, relationship issues that we have in our lives with our loved ones, our significant others that we deal with. And it's just, I think about everything going on around me in my life. It's just been a really tough juggling act lately, probably more so than any other time in my life. It's this uncertain future about this world around us, not knowing what's going to happen next, not knowing, what the world's going to bring us. When will this COVID ever end? How will our tomorrows be? How will we be able to deal with the loss of loved ones? It's been tough. It really has. And I think I just felt the real true need to speak about it, and just to put everything that's going on in my head out there. These feelings, of uncertainty, but also at the same time, not only uncertainty, but also, I guess the welcoming of a new, and not knowing what the new is going to bring, and hoping everything goes well, and I think the hope of the darkness to finally be lifted, and I guess the hope of sunlight to come back in again, to be able to embrace our loved ones, to be able to spend time with our loved ones. Just so much to reflect on, to not take life for granted, to appreciate the people we have in our lives, to appreciate all our loved ones, all the minutes and seconds and moments that we get with our loved ones. To not let wasted moments go by, to take advantage of the moments we have, to mend fences, to maybe see each other through different eyes, maybe not to see things so narrow-mindedly or rigidly through our own eyes, to embrace other people's thoughts and feelings and what they may be going through, to embrace the change of the possibility of, just to kind of let go. I think that's what my dad has been trying to tell me lately. It's okay to let go. It's okay to understand that, certain things are just, it's okay to let go of and understand and appreciate what was and to embrace what will be. And when it's time to let go, that it's okay to let go and to know it's okay to hurt, but also remember to heal. I think that's what he's been trying to tell me. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it does to me. I just hope when we look at one another, especially now in a year like we've had in 2020, and it's closing in on the end of the year, with very little time left, with the possibilities of what 2021 will bring. I hope we always remember to just let go of all the hurt, the negative, the darkness. It's okay to feel what we have to feel, but to remember to not hold on so tightly to it, and to allow ourselves to heal and be there for one another and mend those fences, to not allow wasted moments to go by, moments that we don't ever get again. Just to be good to one another, even when it's frustratingly hard at times. To remember to love one another, and to not hold on to negative anymore. I guess if this episode means anything to anything or anybody, I guess I wanted this episode to mean to love one another and to heal. I'm going to dedicate this episode to my pop. I love you, Dad. I know you're doing so much better. But I want you to know that I love you. And I hope you're proud of me. Because I've worked so hard in this later part of my life to make you so proud of me. And to do things the way you would want me to. I hope you always know that. I don't know if you'll ever get to hear this episode. I'm not even sure if you even know what a podcast is. But at least I get to put it out there. It'll always be yours. I love you, Papa. Thank you for always being the best dad. Teaching me right from wrong. And always keeping me strong. I love you. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. I'll be back with an all-new episode very soon. Until then, you can catch past episodes of Dance with My Demons podcast on anywhere you listen to your favorite podcast on. You can also catch me on Instagram at Dance with My Demons 69, on Facebook, Dance with My Demons podcast, on X at DWMD podcast 69. And also, if you or somebody you know is going through an emotional or mental crisis, 988 is the National Suicide Lifeline. Keep that in mind. We're all in this together, and everybody needs each other's help. So until then, stay strong in mind, stay strong in heart, but most of all, don't let the demons get you down. Later.